You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
So we are joined with Trish. We're going to be talking to her all about their latest project, Trish and Dan. It's one of the Creative People and Places projects. Firstly, thank you very much for speaking to me. And it's good to see you because I think I did interview you a couple of years ago now.
Yes, you did. Thank you. Yes, this project we're working on now is a project for Creative People and Places, and it's a collaboration between myself and my partner Dan Scott. And we're artists based in Faversham, and this is a project called We Know What We Like and We Like What We Know, which is essentially about artists making artwork for people's homes in the borough.
So I know you wanted to talk a little bit more about what you're doing.
So this is a project involving professional artists making bespoke artworks for people's homes across Swale, and the process is really an opportunity for residents to commission a contemporary artist to make an artwork for their home. And what we're interested in is starting a conversation between artists and residents to kind of reach a new understanding about art in the area.
So why the title then?
Well, both artists and audiences tend to have assumptions about each other, and we want to actually challenge some of these assumptions and get people talking to break down what artists think of their audiences and what audiences might think of artists. So that's really why we had that kind of the title, we know what we like and we like what we know. We want to kind of move beyond that and kind of question what it is that people like and what it is that people know.
We are at the moment talking to Trish. We're talking to all about their latest project. Trish and Dan are working on that, and it's one of the Creative People and Places projects. So we are at the moment talking to Trish. We're talking all about a Creative People and Places project that Trish and Dan are working on. Why are you doing it then?
Well, apparently only 30% of people in Swale regularly engage in the arts, and we're quite interested in why this is. And so by taking art into people's homes, we want to take art out of the usual art context and open it up for scrutiny. So this isn't about imposing art on people. This is about kind of exploring how people engage and what they're interested in. And we want to really explore what happens when audiences themselves influence the artwork that artists are making, and trial a new way of producing art, which isn't about an artist making a work and putting it in a gallery for audiences to see, or about co-production where artists and audiences might make something together. It's about putting the audiences in both the commissioning role, so they get to say what they'd like to see, the artist making the work, and then this being made for a particular individual kind of audience member. So we're trialling a new model in a sense, and it's quite experimental and hopefully quite exciting as well.
So who can participate then?
Well, at the moment we're looking for participants, and it's an opportunity for 3 households from across the borough to get involved. Participation's entirely free, and everyone involved will get to keep the artwork at the end. Now, participants don't need to know anything about contemporary arts. They just need to be happy to have a conversation and to be open in discussing their views. It's open for anyone, really.
We are at the moment talking to Trish. We're talking all about the latest project Trish and Dan are doing. It's a Creative People and Places project. So we are at the moment talking to Trish. We're talking to her all about the latest project that she's working on with Dan. It's a Creative People and Places project. What will happen?
Well, we're going to put an open call out for artists, and we'll be creating a list from which the participants, the 3 households, will be able to choose the artist that they'd like to work with. Then over the course of a month, and it'll be later this year and early into next year, participants will be visited 3 times by their chosen artist, and based on discussions that they have, the artist will create an artwork to be installed in their home, and this will be the final visit where the artwork's set up. We'll be documenting the process, and at the end of the month, households, if they want to, can keep the artwork. That about sums it up.
So I was wondering, before we finish off, you could just refresh our listeners on the title and perhaps kind of a way you'd introduce that project, and then go on to give out any contact details where our listeners can perhaps find out a bit more.
Yeah. So the title of the project is We Know What We Like and We Like What We Know. And it's a project funded by creative people and places to explore engagement in the arts in Swale. It involves professional artists making artwork for free for people's homes. So if any listeners out there are interested, if this is something you'd like to get involved in, perhaps you could send us an email to dan@danscott.org.uk. And we're interested if you've got further questions or if you'd like to put your name down to get involved. We'd be really happy to hear from you.
Well, Trish, I'd like to thank you very much for telling us all about your latest project.
Thank you.